Hey everyone, it's Minky, and today we are doing the 4 art styles challenge. Yay! And we're starting off with Emirichu as the first art style. So yeah, I decided to pick Emirichu because I've been watching her videos for a very long time, and I've actually never tried drawing in her style, so I figured that would be pretty fun. It's very cute, it's very adorable, like cute and adorable. Yeah, so it just seemed really fun to me, so I picked her, and I always kind of looked up to her art because it's just so stinking cute. So yeah, this was also kind of a little bit of a warm-up drawing because I hadn't really properly done character art in a few months now, so I really needed this, and I'm glad I did it. I finished recording in 2 days, so I did 2 drawings in 2 days. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, considering I am not a particularly slow artist, but I am definitely an impatient artist. So if something doesn't work out, I just quit, and I don't want to do it anymore because I'm so impatient. Yeah, that's just me. But this art style was really fun. Obviously, I am naturally really into anime kind of art style thingies, so yeah, this kind of came a little bit more natural to me, which was very nice. And also her way of doing line art, which is a little bit messy, is also kind of my style. I don't like line art, and you will definitely see me struggle with this in one of the later art styles. But yeah, and I'm drawing my character here. Obviously, I'm drawing Minky. Here she is. She is kind of my persona, I guess. She looks like me in a way, but not really. Her hair is way longer. It's actually braidable. My hair is so straight that it is straight and soft that I can barely even braid it, but it's my dream to have it braided and have it look nice and not stiff. So yeah, that's why I gave her a big braid. I figured that would be nice. And also I do have bangs, but my character, she only has like 2 strands of hair. She's balding. No, just kidding. Just kidding. She's not. She's wearing a wig. No, she isn't. She's not wearing a wig. And yeah, but yeah, she does represent me nicely, I think. Yeah, so here in Emirichu's art style, it's very moe, a lot of sparkles in the eyes, a lot of highlights in the hair, which this actually made me realize that I usually don't really do highlights in the hair. But yeah, it really does kind of finish the art, and also on the cheeks. I never really do highlights on the cheeks, so that was a nice addition. Yeah, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm not sure if it's really Emirichu style. I tried, but it's cute, so that's something. Alright, so for the second artist, I decided to do Scribble Juice, another storytime animator. This was really just by accident that I did 2 storytime animators, but I really just wanted to do Scribble Juice's art style because her art style is just so cute as well. Yeah, I guess I'm really attracted to cute stuff, but yeah, I figured, you know, I never really see people do Scribble Juice art style during these types of videos. So I was like, well, let me just do this because I feel like it deserves it. It's a very like a little bit more of a simple style. Yeah, so the characters, they don't really have a lot of shading, they don't really have a lot of line art, which was perfect for me because I'm so impatient when drawing. So this was actually the perfect art style for me. Also, the line art is a little bit thicker than usual anime art. This obviously takes a lot of inspiration from anime art with the big eyes, but it's also a little bit more cartoony because the lines are so thick, and the hair is pretty simple, drawn in a simple way. It doesn't have highlights, so I didn't have to think about that. So yeah, that was nice. This style also kind of fits me pretty well. I like drawing chibi characters with very big round eyes, so yeah, I had to be a little bit careful not to fall into my own art style here. Coloring wise, I was not really sure what to do because it's so simple, but it's simple because it's for animation, so you can't make it too complicated, so it has to be simple. But I feel like I'm not doing the art style justice here, because as you'll see later in the video, it's gonna really stand out between the other art styles, which was not my intention. I'm sorry that I kind of made it look a little bit bad and a little bit wonky. I tried fixing the eyes, but something about it just looks off. I think it might be the hairline looking back at it now. But yeah, she really does stick out now because the art style is not as detailed as the others. I'm sorry if I didn't do Scribble Juice's art style justice. My apologies for that, but yeah. So next up, we have a Lavender Town, and this artist is a little bit less original to use when doing an art style challenge, because I feel like I see her art style in almost every video. So, but yeah, I still wanted to do this. I feel like it is such a cute style, but it's way different from usual anime stuff. It's a lot more cartoony as well, and I just love the line art that Lavender Town does. Yeah, and I also always watch her videos. I think they're super entertaining and just overall very fun to see the process of how she works. And I just wanted to see if I could kind of maybe try to copy it a little bit. I feel like in the end it turned out pretty well, but I think the coloring did a big part of that too. So yeah, and then the hair, there's a lot more different strands and stuff, a lot more detail going on than what I usually do, so that was kind of getting used to it as well. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. I think the nose and the mouth really emphasize her style a lot. Of course, the big eyes with the shapes in them as well, but I think the nose and the mouth are also pretty characteristic for her style, with the pretty small nose and the really small mouth as well. So yeah, and I did star eyes because I wasn't sure what else to do. Yeah, I don't really have like a clear image for my character yet, since this is a brand new channel and I'm still trying to set everything up, so it doesn't really she doesn't really have a lot to go off of here. And I thought stars were pretty cute because, well, yes, because I like stars. I think they're cute. And oh right, here I tried to copy the way she does her shading, so with a clip layer, and then just do shade everything with the same color, which I think it turned out pretty well. A very warm color, and then just smudge it out on some parts. What she does, I really like the way she colors, actually. I think it makes it look very nice, and I really love doing it. I've never actually shaded like this before, but I thought it was really fun, so I might try it again somewhere in the future. And then she also has colored line art, so I colored a little bit of my line art as well. Not too much, not too detailed, but just a little bit. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way Lavender Town, the art style, how it turned out. And for my last artist, I have Kitsunderes. Wow! This artist is, I feel like, a little bit less known compared to the other three that I've drawn. But yeah, I really love this artist. It's one of my favorites. They're one of my favorite artists at the moment. I love their coloring. I love the line art. I love how crunchy and edible it looks. And again, super anime. I love anime art style so much. You cannot keep me from drawing in anime art style. I actually really struggled with this one, and this is also the one that took me the longest to make. So the recording is the longest. But yeah, it's super moe as well, with the big sparkles. And when I was sketching this, I was thinking to myself, wow, it really kind of looks similar to Emirichu's art style when it is in like the sketch phase. And so I was a little bit upset. I was like, oh, should I really have chosen this art style because it's so similar? Yeah, but then I realized that the coloring and the shading and the line art just makes it so distinctly different that it was okay. I convinced myself that it was fine. So Yeah, Kitsundere has very thin line art, which I struggled with a little bit, as you can tell. I don't like line art, especially not when it's very skinny, because it takes a long time. And also, you see every single mistake when it's such thin lines. Like, help me. I don't want to do this. But I pulled through. I was feeling motivated because I already did 3 other drawings. So I was like, yeah, I have to finish this now. I can't quit. And also I have to do kitsunderes because they're not that well known. And I need them to be more well known because their art is so amazing. Please follow them on YouTube and Instagram and wherever they also post their art. I don't know. I will link the YouTube channel in the description for sure. So please check them. Check all of these artists out. They're all amazing. So yeah, now going on to the coloring phase, I had to outline the whole thing because the line art was too thin and my bucket tool would not work. So I was very upset. I was like, no, more effort. I don't want to do this. But yeah, I'm glad I finished it. I'm even proud of myself right now. So guys, persevere. You got this. Even if it's tough and things aren't going your way and you're too lazy, you have to keep drawing. Also, I didn't really like the way it looked at this stage. I was like, the line art is ugly. It doesn't look nice. The drawing, and I was like, oh, let's just color in the eyes, maybe that'll fix it. And I was like, no, I still don't like the way that this looks. Like, the liner, like, something just looks off, and I don't know what it is. And so I was just like looking at what to do, so I just started shading, and I was like, well, maybe this will make it look better. But I was struggling like the whole time, like, how am I even gonna shade this? What is the usual like way it looks? I was like, okay, that's the usual nose with the shading on one side, highlighted on the other side. And so yeah, this was kind of a struggle. I really did not like it, especially like the mouth was bothering me because like, and I make it even worse in a little bit. I'll make it even worse. I was like, oh no, the mouth, I don't like it. I don't like it. Here, I'm gonna try to fix it. I make it thicker, and then I colored it, and then it looked even worse. And I was like, oh no. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, let's just move on to the clothes, you know? Let's do that first. And I was like, okay, remove a little bit of line art. And then I did some of the eyes. But later on, I went in and I added some line weights because I was like, well, this needs something. And I don't know what it is, but let's just make the line art thicker because that's usually what saves my art. So I added some line weight on some parts. And I think this does make it look a lot better. Though I do feel like I did not do Kitsundere's art style justice. I feel like it just doesn't really have the look like the way it's supposed to look. But yeah, I really try. This really required all of my art skills. I tried to do a lot of things to fix it, but yeah, I think in the end it looks okay. It doesn't really look like Kitsundere's art style, but it turned out kind of okay. And also, I don't know, I'm a little bit conflicted about this. But yeah, overall, this exercise was a really good warm-up to get me back into character art, and it was really, really fun doing different art styles. Never be consistent, guys. Always keep exploring different art styles. This was really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. And here is the finished artwork. I want to give a big shout out to all of the artists. Amarichu, Scribble Juice, Lavender Town, and Kitsunderes. All of their links will be in the description, so please do check them out. So yeah, see you guys soon. Bye!